Hey guys, I know that I'm not here today, but I wanted to give you just a video to explain what we're doing today. This video will be to grade this paper, the homework that you had last night. At the very top it says you must show your work for all problems. Density equals mass divided by volume. So make sure you have this sheet out. You either need to work on the back of it or you attach a sheet of paper to it. Well, now you're going to be grading a paper, so you need something other than a pencil out. All pencils should be put away because we don't want to be tempted to help somebody out or to change an answer. So all pencils should be away, and you should have out either a pen or a MAC color. We don't want to use anything like a pencil, I said no pencils, or a highlighter because they're hard to read. If you do not have a MAC color or a pen to use, you can ask the substitute. She will let you borrow one. It's no big deal as long as you give it back to her. Next, we are going to do a lab. That video will come in just a few minutes after we're finished grading. But first, we're going to grade this. Now remember, there should be 4 steps for volume, and there should be another 4 steps for density on this paper. It's an X for every step. So make sure all 4 steps are written on the paper. Okay? I'm going to walk back here and I'm going to do the work right up here on the board so you'll be able to see it. Alright, we're looking at number 1. Number 1, object A, says length 5 centimeters, width 3 centimeters, and height 1 centimeter. And it gives you the mass of 30 grams. So first we have to find the volume. So number 1, the volume first, V equals L times W times H. That length times width times height, that's our formula. The second step is to plug in the numbers. So you have 5 centimeters times 3 centimeters times 1 centimeter. Then we show our work in the third step. So the third step would be 5 times 3 equals 15. And then times 1 is still 15. So your volume equals 15. And then we multiply centimeters 1, 2, 3 times. So we have to use centimeters cubed, a little 3, or cubic centimeters. So that's the volume. So now we need to find the density, because now we have mass and we have the volume. So density, the formula, D equals M over V, or mass over volume. Plug in your numbers. Our mass given was 30 grams. Our volume we figured out up here was 15 cubic centimeters. We show our work. Remember, the numerator, Norman, goes in the house, 30. The donkey denominator goes outside the house, 15. 30 divided by 15 is 2. So your density is 2. Circle your units. 2 grams per cubic centimeter. And that is your answer for number 1. I'm going to give you just a few seconds to make sure that you have everything marked correctly. And we're going to go on to number 2. Number 2, or object B, says length 1 centimeter, width 5 centimeters, height 2 centimeters, and the mass is given to you at 20 grams. So volume is length times width times height. The second step is 1 centimeter times 5 centimeters times 2 centimeters. So now we do our work. So 1 times 5 is 5. Then you got to times by 2 is 10. So the volume of object B is 10. 1, 2, 3 centimeters. So we have cubic centimeters. Okay? The density is density equals M over V, or mass over volume. We plug in our numbers. Our M, it was given to us, is 20 grams. We found our volume at 10 cubic centimeters. We do our math. Our numerator goes inside. Our denominator goes outside. 20 divided by 10 is 2. So our density is 2. We circle our units, grams per cubic centimeter. I'll give you a second to look at that and to be able to look at your paper and make sure that the paper you're grading has all 4 steps for volume and all 4 steps for density. All right, number 3 is object C. Object C, we've got to find the volume. Volume equals length times width times height. We plug in our numbers. The length is 2 centimeters. The width is 3 centimeters. And the height is 1 centimeter. Then we do our math. 2 times 3 is 6. Times 1 is 6. So our volume equals 6. We use 1, 2, 3 centimeters. 6 cubic centimeters. So now we can find our density. So D equals M over V. Plug in our numbers. Our mass given to us on number 3 is 30 grams. Our volume we found is 6 cubic centimeters. Our math is 30. The numerator goes inside. The denominator goes outside. 30 divided by 6 is 5. We go back. We circle our units. So our answer is 5 grams per cubic centimeter. I'm going to give you a second to look at the paper that you are grading. And that paper should have all the correct answers on it. And we're going to go on to number 4. Number 4. Number 4 is object D. We're finding the volume again. Volume equals length times width times height. The volume, we plug in our numbers. So the length is 2 centimeters. The width is 5 centimeters. And the height is 2 centimeters. Okay, so we do our math. 2 times 5 is 10. Times 2 is 20. So our volume equals 20. We use centimeters 1, 2, 3 times. Cubic centimeters. Now we can find our density. D equals M over V. We plug in our numbers. Our mass given to us is 300 grams. Our volume we found is 20 cubic centimeters. Our math, 300 goes in the house, 20 goes outside the house. 300 divided by 20 is 15. So our answer, we circle our units, is 15 grams per cubic centimeter. I'm going to give you a second to look at that and to look at your paper. Make sure that you have the correct answers that you're grading. And we're going to move on to number 5. So I'm going to take this paper away. Got a blank piece of paper. So we're going to start with number 5, or object E. We're finding the volume. Volume equals length times width times height. So we plug in our numbers on number 5. Object E is 5 centimeters times 1 centimeter times 2 centimeters. Length times width times height. So we do our math. 5 times 1 equals 5. Times 2 is 10. So our volume with the 3 centimeters is 10 cubic centimeters on number 5.